Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Benji Speaks Football. First and foremost, I want to apologize for not uploading videos timely, but it's all because I've been away for the better part of last week. But what's important now, I'm back. Well, a lot have happened as far as Chelsea FC is concerned, from match day to transfer news. And I'll be honest, it has been up and down week as far as Chelsea is concerned, and I tend to prefer a happy ending anyways. So, without much ado, let's get to it. Today I want to do a mix of match analysis and transfer news, and I'll be starting with the latter. When it comes to transfers, we have never been dull. With Chelsea FC, it comes with both frustrations and flair. For instance, take a look at that Enzo Fernandez deal. It all ended in tears for every fan, all because we really anticipated for Todd Boehly and his team to get the deal done. But not every dream is valid. With Enzo, it looks pretty much done, and I really don't see us getting him either this winter or summer. The relationship between Chelsea and Benfica is very much broken. Anyways, let's not dwell much on the negatives. However, the better part of last week, we Chelsea fans have something to rejoice for. Mykhailo Mudryk to Chelsea is done. Whew. Where did this come from? Honestly, no Chelsea fan saw this coming, because the player was really talking for Arsenal pretty much for the last few weeks or so. We also is biofil with Arsenal this and Arsenal that. I followed suit to do a big on this guy transfer. So the news were broken by Fabrizio Romano, and on his Twitter page it said, exclusive. Chelsea board arrived today in Poland to open talks with Shakhtar on a 100 million euros deal for Mudryk. CFC want to be first in club-to-club negotiation. Arsenal always had player preference, but no green light after 95 million euro bid yet. At first I thought it was a bluff, so as many Chelsea fans, actually many were starting to call for Fabrizio's head, and I honestly don't really blame them. We have been in this path before, with Rafinha agreeing a deal with the club before personal terms, only for the player to choose another club. I was really skeptical of a repeat of the same, further strengthening the fact Boehly has been naive on football matters, but he seems to be learning the trade very quickly than we Chelsea fans anticipated. To further clear any doubts on this Mudryk deal, Fabrizio threw yet another jibe. He said on his page, Chelsea have reached an agreement with Shakhtar Donetsk for Mudryk. 100 million euro fee agreed between parties today after mission. So Chelsea now pushing on player side. Yes, Mudryk priority has always been Arsenal. So AFC bid remains 95 million euro, add-ons included. Now, at this moment it was getting interesting, and lots of Chelsea fans were starting to swarm his page like army worms. I swear, I was getting really nervous because all the flags of yet another Rafinha were playing cards on us. So club agreement was done, only the personal terms remaining. We all knew the guy was talking for Arsenal, and I was even very pessimistic if the final straw was left for the player to decide. All that while I was doing lots of Twitter scrolls to see if any other renowned journalist was reporting the same. Don't get me wrong, guys, I'm not doubting Fabrizio Romano credibility, but this is football. We have been disappointed before. So David Ornstein posted on his Twitter page, Chelsea executive Paul Winsley and senior CFC board member in Turkey working to sign Mykhailo Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk. Talks around 60 to 70 million euro fixed, 30 to 40 million euro add-ons. Shakhtar plus a 22-year-old open to getting it done. So that's what David Ornstein posted on his Twitter page. and David Ornstein was reporting the same, and at the moment I realized it's about time I started boosting my adrenaline. Well, Ornstein did not waste a lot of time on this. He followed suit with the dagger to Arsenal fans. Chelsea have reached an agreement with Shakhtar Donetsk for Mykhailo Mudryk, 70 million euro plus 30 million euro add-ons, 7 plus year contract agreed, leaving Turkey for London and to undergo medical, not signed yet but done deal. At this point, I was convinced my Chelsea FC is back. Honestly, you kill the man in Abramovich, but not the idea in Todd Boehly. We are ruining any title party Arsenal FC might be planning, and further delaying that title push. We've taken 2 out of 2 top targets for Arsenal, Joao Felix and now Mudryk. It can't get better than this, honestly. So to show more of that, Fabrizio Romano went down and tweeted, Mykhailo Mudryk will fly to London in the next hours. Understand he will be in UK tonight in order to discuss the details. Medical ready. Chelsea pushing on long-term deal to get personal terms sealed after full agreement on 100 million euros fee. So further, Fabrizio tweeted, Aston Mykhailo Mudryk is now on a plane flying to London. His future enters into key final stages as Chelsea have ordered contract valid until 2030, that is June. Chelsea hope to get it sealed, that is this weekend, that is the previous weekend. Arsenal keep their position. Bid meant to Mudryk won't be changed. So further, Fabrizio tweeted, Shakhtar official statement now confirm exclusive news. That is Shakhtar President Akimitov and Chelsea co-owner Beldad Egbali discussed Mykhailo Mudryk's transfer to Chelsea FC today. So parties are very close to agree on players' transfer to the club. So at this rate, I'm convinced Fabrizio exists to piss off Arsenal fans. That is Arsenal FC. Even Shakhtar have joined the bandwagon to piss off these Gunners. Fabrizio comes with a different energy when reporting Chelsea news, and that explains the heat he has been receiving from rival fans. And I will be honest, I'm really enjoying this witch hunting. So more details from Fabrizio. Understand Mykhailo Mudryk is now on a plane flying to London. His future enters into key final stages as Chelsea have offered contract valid until June 2030. So Chelsea hope to get it sealed this weekend. Arsenal keep their position. Bid meant to Mudryk won't change. Then the free go was finally delivered to Chelsea fans, and at this point I knew there is no turning back. As the famous Kenyan saying goes, imeenda. So proof for that, Yellow Mudryk to Chelsea. Here we go. Documents have been exchanged between Chelsea and Shakhtar. They will cost 100 million euro package, as Ukrainian club always wanted. So Mudryk arriving in London tonight. Medical test booked on Sunday. Then he will sign contract until 2030. I was now totally convinced to be winning in league games, but we are winning in the transfer window, taking the piece on everyone. At least we don't suck at everything, right? To support that, I came up this. It's turning to be early seasons of Abramovich era. By anything he came across with, and I'm loving it to the core. So CFC tweeted, Arsenal and other Premier League clubs are aggravated without Chelsea are involved in everything. That was a tweet from Miguel Delaney. So actually we never needed this guy, putting our walls in the midfield and right back positions. But if Boehly needs his choice Graham Potter to succeed, he might then throw everything at him. He's facing 2 protagonists, that is injuries and an unproven manager, that is important. But then they have observed what happened with Arsenal after backing Arteta for 3 good seasons. So, and they not reaping results now. They are off top of the league table. So one thing I know for sure, Potter is a builder, unlike any other manager we have had before. But the question I've asked myself is, what happens when the E squad attains the pinnacle of their potentials? They need to win trophies and titles. To show for it something similar to what happened to Pochettino's Spurs, they played an expansive, free-flowing, entertaining football, but fumble when it really mattered. That is, beating the big boys in the form of Man City and Liverpool to titles. Well, Potter never achieved that in his coaching career, but it is worth trusting the process and see where it takes us. So, comment below what you think of this. Next, I'm doing a technical analysis of Mudryk, and that's what the core of this video. So, Mudryk is a right-footed winger who is most comfortable cutting in from the left onto his stronger foot. His acceleration is a particular strength, as he is able to reach his top speed extremely quickly from a standing start. This allows him to stand his opponent up before knocking the ball either way and darting away from them. He often does this down the touchline and onto his weaker foot, the direction in which his opponent won't expect him to go, before putting a cross into the box. Although this involves using his weaker foot, he has the ability to put good balls into dangerous areas with his left foot. If he has the space to do so, which usually means he is in a deeper position, Mudryk will try to touch or to take a touch across his opponent's path to get his body between them and the ball. So again, his acceleration is a big strength in this situation, as he draws fouls from opponents who can't get goal side of him or gets away from them into space. This tactic helps Mudryk move inside wide from the left before combining with teammates in the center of the pitch or working a shooting opportunity for himself. I've shown an image showing that, and also uses what we call a subtle body fakes. A subtle body fakes to manipulate his opponent and shift their body weight to one side, usually towards away from the goal, before he pushes the ball and bats forward. After cheating himself a yard of space on the inside, Mudryk drives forward powerfully to attack on the angle towards the goal. So I've also attached a picture to explain that and make the most of the slight advantage he has given himself over the defender. So he manipulates the ball brilliantly, varying the size of his touches to move his opponent from side to side and shift their weight, drawing them in before then exploding away with the longer touch. So Mudryk poses a significant threat on goal once inside the channel and central lane. He has lots of ability when shooting using the inside foot, as I've shown below, often bending the shots into the far corner. He can also squeeze his finishes, using small touches to create the type of shooting opportunity he wants, and cutting across his body and towards the near post, as he often draws players towards the ball when he carries it forward. His ability to shoot in a very specific way, for example, through an opponent's legs. So when they are closing in on him, he usually shoots across the legs, means he can get a shot off in crowded areas when others might not be able to. He is not as effective when shooting with his laces from long distances and attempting to use more power. Mudryk likes to find pockets to receive in the left side channel, and he usually collects the ball in an interesting way. He takes a fast touch with one foot and then pushes the ball forward with the other. This has the benefit of him being able to shift the ball quickly away from the opponent who has come to meet him. When taking two touches with the same foot will take him longer. So he then gets its head up, looks to release our teammates who is making a forward run. So in these situations, Mudryk is a fantastic link between the defensive players and the attackers. There are other times, meanwhile, when Mudryk receives in a wider position from here. His intention is usually to drive down the line with the ball before getting across in. As already mentioned, he can accelerate very quickly to get away from an opponent, but he also stands out for his ability to decelerate before crossing. While some wide players struggle to slow down after reaching their top speed, and the technical suffers as they try to cross while running at full speed, Mudryk slows down efficiently and can cross effectively with his left foot in this situation. So he also has more variety to his crosses as he improves his game. He used to use a powerful deliveries across goal, which were particularly effective on the transition when there was space behind the opposition's defense to exploit. However, he has become more effective when facing compact lower blocks, able to find a teammate more often with a cutback or a deft lofted delivery. A deft is a lofted delivery. So this is, however, still an area he can improve in the coming years. So where does Mudryk play? He plays left over front three. So the main position has played throughout this career. So far, he has been on the left wing, usually as part of a front three. So in Shakhtar Donetsk, they normally use a 4-3-3 formation. For example, his teammates will try to get him into positions where he can isolate his opponent. And Shakhtar left back, he goes by the name Bojan Mykhailo. These names are hard. Okay, Bojan Mykhailo makes delayed overlapping runs to take defenders away from him. This allows Mudryk to start as wide as he wants or needs to, and then Mykhailo times his run to give the opposition fullback something else to think about as Mudryk bears down on him. So when Mudryk is running towards the player or the opponent, the left back, that is Mykhailo, overlaps, so creating a space in between the opposition defender, and there is an open space beyond him. So I've shared a picture to explain that. So Mudryk uses his teammates' movements to progress deeper into the final third and takes advantage of his opponent taking a step towards the overlapping Mykhailo to drive infield when they are off balance. So he also uses movements from the center forward. They have a center forward by the name, I guess, Lassina Traore, or there is someone else by the name Dialon Sinkan. Dialon Sinkan. To the left to help work himself chances to shoot. So his teammates know how good he is at working across opportunity from very little, and when he attacks down the touchline, the other players in Shakhtar front line, as well as the number 8 and sometimes even the right back, will make sprints to get into the penalty area. So left back Mykhailo will narrow above to support Mudryk. So when Mudryk is attacking, Mykhailo will narrow to make a support to Mudryk. And in the final third, he will provide an option of a shot. He'll provide an option of a sharp cutback. So when Mykhailo it's overlapping, this provides an opportunity for Mudryk to provide a very sharp cutback if he can be found with that clever reverse. So he normally takes up narrow positions. Mudryk has only made a few appearances in his career on the right side of attack. So, but he has also taken up position to receive regularly in the left inside the channel. So this is similar to the position of a wide number 8, maybe in 4-3-3, used by both Mikel Arteta, Arsenal, or Pep Guardiola at Man City. So rotation on Shakhtar left allow Mudryk to move inside of the ball to get into positions between the lines to receive from the pivot players or defenders. Shakhtar's center forward pins the opponent's right center back in an attempt to limit how much they can jump out to engage Mudryk. So when he takes his first touch and looks to turn with the ball, left back Mykhailo then overlaps to provide the width in attack, so pulling the opposition right back out wide. So one of Shakhtar's central midfielders then drops out to cover underneath Mykhailo, giving Mudryk more freedom to get into attacking positions and threaten goal or create for others. So I've also explained by showing a picture. So this pattern creates slightly different one-on-one situations for Mudryk to when he is out wide. He now receives under pressure from behind as opposed to receiving with pressure coming from side or front on. So when this happens, Mudryk can attack either way, as he does not have the touch line on his outside shoulder, and uses his body fence to turn away from his marker, showing good awareness of where they are before progressing forward. From these positions, Mudryk will usually either link with the central forward or a number 8, or look to play to the right, either way. So that's all I had for Mudryk. I hope you liked the in-depth tactical or technical analysis. So let me know your views and opinions down in the comment section. Otherwise, I hope to be doing this in a more consistent way. I hope I'm hoping I lighten up for my daily course or daily job, so that I may put more effort towards the giving you content as far as Chelsea Football Club is concerned. All in all, I wish you all a nice day, and God bless you. Thank you.